The twin flame journey is one of the most intense and transformative experiences a soul can go through. It is not just about love in the romantic sense, it is a path of self discovery, growth, and spiritual awakening. One of the most defining and often painful phases of this journey is the runner chaser dynamic. In this phase, one twin, usually the runner, pulls away from the connection, often due to fear, unresolved wounds, or an overwhelming sense of not being ready for the intensity of the bond. The other twin, the chaser, is left longing, questioning, and seeking understanding. This imbalance creates a cycle of pain, growth, and healing that eventually leads to a shift. And when that shift happens, something remarkable takes place. The runner becomes the chaser. This reversal is not a mere coincidence, nor is it about playing emotional games. It is a sign of deep healing, a shift in energy, and an awakening within the runner. But what exactly happens when the runner finally turns around and begins to pursue the connection they once fled from? When a twin flame runner becomes the chaser, it signifies that something within them has profoundly changed. Often, the runner's initial instinct to flee stems from a deep-rooted fear of intimacy, past traumas, or an unhealed sense of self-worth. The connection with their twin is so intense that it forces them to confront parts of themselves they are not yet ready to face. But as time passes, the separation phase serves its purpose. It allows the runner to experience life without their twin, to sit with their emotions, and to reflect on the deep longing they still feel. This distance often triggers an awakening, a moment when the runner realizes that no matter how far they go, the connection remains. They see the signs, feel the energy, and slowly begin to accept the truth they once ran from. This awakening is not just about missing their twin, it is about recognizing that they can no longer ignore the spiritual growth required of them. The runner begins to understand that the fear they felt was never about their twin, but about themselves. They start to see that healing is the only way forward, and in that moment of clarity, the shift begins. The twin flame journey is deeply intertwined with energy. When one twin runs, the other naturally chases, creating an imbalance that fuels the cycle. But when the runner awakens, their energy changes. They begin to surrender to the connection rather than resist it. As a result, the original chaser, who has spent so much time seeking validation and answers, starts to feel a sense of peace. They have gone through their own growth, learning the importance of self-love, detachment, and trust in divine timing. This change in energy causes a natural reversal. The chaser stops chasing, and in doing so, the runner feels the space to step forward. This is a crucial moment in the journey. The runner, now the chaser, begins to feel what their twin once felt: the yearning, the regret, the desire to make things right. They may reach out, express emotions they once suppressed, or try to rekindle the connection in ways they never did before. The energy is no longer one-sided, it starts to align. For the runner turned chaser, the emotions they once buried now rise to the surface in full force. The love, the longing, the pain of separation, all of it becomes undeniable. They feel an intense need to reconnect, to fix what was broken, and to express the feelings they previously ran from. This phase can be overwhelming. The former runner may experience deep regret for the pain they caused, realizing how much they resisted something that was meant for them. They may also struggle with guilt, questioning whether they have lost their chance or if their twin will even be open to them again. This emotional flood is not meant to punish them, but to help them grow. It is their moment of truth, where they must face themselves fully. They now understand what their twin went through during the initial chase, and this realization brings a newfound sense of empathy and appreciation for the connection. One of the most fascinating aspects of this shift is how the original chaser responds. Having spent so much time in the role of the one who longed, the one who waited, they have often reached a place of surrender by the time their twin returns. They have learned to focus on themselves, find happiness within, and release attachment to the outcome. So when the former runner starts chasing, the response is not always immediate acceptance. The chaser may feel hesitant, wondering if this change is genuine or temporary. They may feel cautious, wanting to protect themselves from further heartbreak. Some may even resist, choosing to maintain their newfound inner peace rather than re-enter a dynamic that once caused them so much pain. This is not a rejection, it is a reflection of their growth. They are no longer operating from desperation, but from a place of self awareness. They know their worth, and they will not accept anything less than a connection that is built on mutual understanding and readiness. Once the runner becomes the chaser, and the chaser has grown into their own strength, the connection enters a delicate phase. This shift does not mean that reunion will happen instantly or smoothly. Instead, it presents a new challenge: finding balance. For so long, the energy between the twins has been unbalanced, with one twin pursuing while the other resisted. Now, they must learn how to meet each other in the middle. This stage requires both twins to align their energies in a way that allows for a true reunion, one that is not based on old wounds, past insecurities, or unresolved pain. If they try to reconnect while still carrying the same fears and emotional baggage, the cycle of running and chasing may continue. The connection cannot thrive if one twin is still afraid of commitment while the other still holds expectations of how things should unfold. Rebalancing the connection means breaking free from old habits. It means approaching each other with a fresh perspective without blaming or resenting what happened in the past. This is not always easy, as both twins have been deeply affected by the journey. The runner, now the chaser, may feel a sense of urgency to make things right, while the former chaser may be hesitant, wanting to ensure that this shift is genuine. Both must move forward with patience, understanding, and a willingness to be vulnerable. To create a stable and harmonious connection, open communication is essential. Both twins must be honest about their feelings, fears, and hopes for the future. There is no room for games, manipulation, or holding back emotions. If one twin is still carrying fears of abandonment or rejection, they must work through these feelings, rather than projecting them onto the connection. If the other twin is still holding on to resentment or doubt, they must release these emotions and trust that what is unfolding is happening for a reason. Balance does not come from one twin constantly giving while the other takes. It comes from mutual effort, respect, and the understanding that this connection is not about control. It is about surrendering to the flow of divine timing. If both twins can embrace this, they will find a way forward that honors their growth and respects the deep bond they share. When the runner becomes the chaser, it is not just a role reversal. It is a sign that deep spiritual lessons have been integrated. The twin flame journey is not meant to be an easy path. It is a transformative experience that strips away illusions, ego-driven desires, and emotional blocks. This shift forces both twins to confront their deepest wounds and step into a higher level of awareness. For the former runner, the most important lesson is about facing fear instead of avoiding it. Many runners flee because they are afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of getting hurt, or afraid that they are not enough. But through separation, they realize that running does not make the connection disappear. They begin to see that love is not something to fear. It is something that can heal. They learn that avoiding emotions only creates more pain, and that true growth comes from embracing their feelings, not suppressing them. For the former chaser, the lesson is about self-love and trust. When they were chasing, they often looked to their twin for validation, believing that reunion was the only way they could feel whole. But through the separation phase, they discovered that their happiness does not depend on another person. They learned how to stand on their own, how to love themselves fully, and how to trust that the connection is unfolding as it should. Both twins also learned the power of surrender. One of the biggest struggles in the twin flame journey is the desire to control the outcome. Many twins try to force reunion before they are truly ready, leading to repeated cycles of separation. But this shift teaches them that the journey is not about forcing anything. It is about allowing things to unfold naturally. Surrendering does not mean giving up. It means trusting that everything is happening in divine timing. By the time the runner has become the chaser, both twins have grown in ways they never expected. They have learned patience, resilience, and the importance of inner healing. They have discovered that this connection is not about possession or attachment. It is about unconditional love. Whether or not reunion happens immediately, these lessons stay with them, shaping them into better versions of themselves. When the runner turns into the chaser, it marks a significant shift in the twin flame journey, but it does not guarantee immediate reunion. While the desire to come back together may be strong, both twins must ask themselves an important question. Are they truly ready? Reunion is not about being together just for the sake of it. It is about coming together in a way that is healthy, balanced, and supportive of each other's growth. If one or both twins still have inner work to do, the universe may delay the reunion until they are fully prepared. This is not a punishment, it is divine protection, ensuring that when they do reunite, it will be in the best possible way. For some twins, this stage leads to a powerful and harmonious reunion. They have learned the lessons they needed to learn, healed their wounds, and are ready to build a future together. When this happens, the connection feels different from before. There is no more chasing or running, only a deep sense of peace, understanding, and mutual respect. Conversations flow easily, conflicts are resolved with love, and both twins feel safe in each other's presence. For others, more time apart is needed. Even though the former runner now desires the connection, the former chaser may need time to fully trust that this shift is real. They may need to see consistent actions, not just words. Or they may have reached a place of inner peace where they no longer feel the need to rush the connection. If the timing is not right, the universe will continue guiding them toward their own individual paths until they are truly aligned. The most important thing to remember is that reunion happens when both twins are ready, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. If it is meant to happen, nothing can stop it. And when it does, it will not be forced or chaotic. It will feel natural, as if everything has finally fallen into place. Until then, the best thing both twins can do is continue their own healing. Instead of focusing on when or how reunion will happen, they can focus on becoming the best versions of themselves. They can nurture their own happiness, follow their soul's purpose, and trust that the universe is working behind the scenes. True love, the kind that exists between twin flames, is never lost. It may take time, it may require patience, but in the end, it will always find its way home.